Don't you hate it when you want to go on vacation, but you just don't have the time to plan your getaway? Well, we've solved that little problem for you and then some. Visit our website to take full advantage of our complimentary travelogues and destination guides. If you already know where you'd like to go, that's half the battle. You can even book discount airfares, hotel, and your rental car, all on our site. What a lifesaver. Again, just jump online to hop on that plane. Simple, inexpensive, and fast. Shouldn't everything in life be like this? Picture your dream house. A sprawling lakefront property with mature trees and a winding driveway through a wrought iron gate. We're not just talking about white picket fences here. Come in and talk to one of our mortgage specialists. Tell us about your dreams, and we'll make them a reality. Parents everywhere are dying to get their hands on one of these. No, it's not a Tickle Me Elmo doll. It's a new handheld digital dictionary. Find out why kids are going high-tech and how the pocket computers may spell the end for all the conventional learning. Tonight on the news at 6.
To us.
Mr. and Mrs. Applebaum. I'm aware, by the way, that you downgraded in the last name department.
Small price to pay for a lifetime with you.
Penny for your thoughts?
Nothing really. Just thinking how I married a great guy and how I want to have 4 kids. 2 naturally, and adopt 2. That way no one's left out.
Wow. You thought all that in the 4 seconds we weren't speaking?
I move fast. What about you?
Well, very similar. Definitely as procreation goes. With a little more emphasis on the thing we didn't, do on our honeymoon.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh, it was no one's fault.
No, I know, believe me.
There were acts of God involved.
Definitely. I mean, is it weird? An omen of some kind?
No, not at all. Do you know how many couples go on their honeymoon and just plow right...
Don't say plow.
Oh, sorry. Make love. And how many of those marriages end in divorce? We're doing things differently. We zig when others zag.
It's a marathon. We've only been together 9 months. We're pacing ourselves.
Exactly. Honeymoon's not over.
Meet me in the bathroom?
Oh, really? Okay. I'm going to grab the little thing from my bag. Not that I don't believe in the whole kid plan, but I just...
Marathon.
Right.
Wait, is this illegal?
Depending on what country we're flying over, it could be viewed as an act of terror. Is that a problem?
Actually, it kind of turns me on.
Really? Okay. Wait. Out of curiosity, have you done this before?
You don't want to go down this road.
Well, I mean, we're newlyweds. There's a lot we don't know about each other.
Fine. With Billy Gordon.
See? That wasn't so hard. Wasn't there a William Gordon at our wedding?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I think I hugged him.
You're a very welcoming host.
I just wasn't aware you were going to be inviting an ex to our wedding.
I keep in touch with them.
Them. So there's others. How many of your exes were at our wedding enjoying a salmon and puffed pastry?
Table 12.
Oh. Huh. Good to know. You had a whole table of exes at our wedding?
Yes. And their wives and girlfriends? What is this, an interrogation?
No, we're sharing. We're sharing. Why don't you ask me something? Go ahead. Fire away. Anything. I've got secrets.
I know you do.
What is that supposed to mean?
Scene.
Hello and welcome to the Logan Williams Show. I'm Logan Williams. Today we have Anthony Bevilacqua with us today. How are you, Anthony?
I'm pretty good, Logan. How are you?
Oh, that's great. I'm doing well. So before we get started, I have to ask.
Yes.
I heard that you had best hair. You had won best hair.
I
Was
did.
it for the hair that you have right now?
No, actually it wasn't. Actually, my hair, whenever I won best hair in high school, was basically the exact opposite. I had a pretty big afro. Whenever I would pick it out the full way, it was about 12. My hair was about 12 inches long. So, yeah, it was a pretty big change after I cut it. Like even whenever I looked in the mirror, I was still like confused a little after like the first week.
Did you have that when you came to Robert Morris then?
Yes, I did until at the end of the first year, my sophomore semester is whenever I cut it.
And then you had the hair that you have now, basically? Or did
Yeah,
you
for the
just
most part.
cut
It was like, whenever I cut it, I cut it down to about maybe 1.5 to 2 inches in length. And then the one day I needed a haircut and I didn't feel like going to the barber, so I just buzzed it myself. So ever since then, I've just been doing buzz cuts and now a mohawk, I guess.
And then you're a senior now at Robert Morris
Yes,
University.
I am. So it was 2 years ago.
And it says that I heard that you didn't go to Penn State. Now, were you planning on going to Penn State and then you changed? Or?
My junior year of high school, I sent in my application to Penn State over the summer. They accepted me. So my entire senior year, I was making these plans to go to Penn State. You know, I got senioritis. I started slacking off a little bit. And then about 3 weeks before I had to move out, I guess I wasn't ready to move out yet. So I talked to my parents and I told them, I was like, Mom and Dad, I don't want to leave yet, you know. So I just came here to Robert Morris instead. It's about a 15-minute commute from my house, which is a lot better than a 3.5-hour drive to Penn State.
Now, when you came to Robert Morris, did you plan on doing sports, or did you, like when you were going to go to Penn State, did you plan on doing sports there, or was it just kind of a thing that you got into as you came to Robert Morris?
Yeah, it was more just a Robert Morris thing because, I mean, Penn State, they have 40,000 kids there, and, I mean, there's basically no chance I was ever going to make any of those teams unless it was like Frisbee or something, you know. But, yeah, so whenever I came to RMU, that's, you know, there's a lot less people here, so I decided to try for some of the sports teams, and I ended up playing baseball and actually paintball too.
Yeah, I was going to ask, so because of the small community at Robert Morris, is that why you decided that you wanted to try? Because obviously they've never had a paintball club before,
right? And
you're the co-founder, right?
Yeah, correct? Yeah. Whenever I was a freshman here, a friend of mine that I went to high school with, he came up to me and he said, "Hey, would you like to make a paintball club?" I was like, "Yeah, why the hell not?" So we went through all the process of getting a club together, and we're on our 4th year now. And I guess this is my last year since I'm a senior. So somebody's going to have to step up and become the vice president.
So you appoint somebody then to take over, and
yeah.
Hopefully it keeps going the way that you would like it to, since you made it.
Right. It's supposed to be like we're supposed to vote for who you want to be president, vice president, but I think we're just going to give it to, you know, whoever steps up and does his job the best, because I mean, I'm not calling anybody out, but there's some people, they just slack off, and then there's some people who, you know, go that extra step and really show the initiative. Right. So, you know, they'll probably get one of the officer positions.
Now, going back to the sports, you in high school you were known as Rudy on your high school football team.
Well, yeah, that's more of an unfortunate story. Now, are you familiar with the movie Rudy?
I am, just a little bit though.
All right, well, you know, the kid, he's undersized, he never plays, and his senior year, last game, he finally gets in and he gets a sack against the opposing team. Well, I was always that kid. Like, I was bigger than like the wide receivers or like the quarterbacks, but I was the smallest lineman, so I never really played. And it was one of the middle games. I think it was homecoming. I finally got in the game, and you know, I'm all excited. My first play, I go to block the guy, and I blocked him. Play's over, and I turn around. I'm looking at the pile, make sure everybody's up. Somebody comes up behind me and cheap shots me, and I dislocate my shoulder. So I didn't get carried off the field. I didn't get a sack. I got an injury.
So is that why you didn't play when you came to Robert Morris then?
Well,
was that the main reason, or did you just not want to?
I really wasn't that good. There's a reason I didn't play until that one game. But yeah, I was always just like a special team guy, and when they play here, they got to work out at 6 in the morning, and
right.
I'm not going to do that to just stand on the sideline.
Right.
So.
Well, Anthony, thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
Next week we will have Sarah Lynn Poquito with us, so that's all that we have time for today. Thank you very much. Erica.
You're obsessed with the finals clubs. You have finals clubs OCD, and you need to see someone who will prescribe you some sort of medication. I don't care if the side effects may include blindness, okay, just do it.
Final clubs.
What?
Final clubs, not finals clubs. And there's a difference between being obsessed and being motivated.
Yes, there is.
Well, do you? That was cryptic, so do you speak in code?
I didn't mean to be cryptic.
All I'm saying is I want to do something substantial in my life in order to get noticed by the clubs.
Why?
Because they're exclusive, and They're fun, and they lead to a better life.
And you think Teddy Roosevelt got elected president because he was a member of the Phoenix Club?
He was a member of the Porcelain Club, and yes, I do.
Maybe he sang in an a cappella group.
I want to be straightforward with you and tell you that I think you should be a little bit more supportive. If I get in, I'll be taking you to the parties, and you'll be meeting people you wouldn't normally get to meet.
You would do that for me?
You're my girlfriend.
Okay, well, I want to be straightforward and tell you that I'm not anymore.
What do you mean?
I'm not your girlfriend anymore.
Is this a joke?
No, I'm sorry. It's not.
You're breaking up with me.
You're going to introduce me to people I wouldn't normally get to meet. What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Well, take it easy.
What was it supposed to mean?
It was... Erica, the reason we're able to sit here is because you slept with the door guy.
The door guy's name is Bobby. I haven't slept with the door guy. He's a friend of mine, and he's from a perfectly good class of people. And what part of Long Island are you from? England?
I'm from Westchester.
I'm going back to my dorm.
Wait, is this real?
Yes.
I apologize, okay? Sit down.
I'm going back to my dorm. I have to study.
Erica, I'm sorry, and I mean it.
I appreciate that, but
Come on.
I have to go study.
You don't have to study. Let's just talk.
I can't.
Why?
Because going out with you is exhausting. It's like dating a stairmaster.
All I'm saying is that you go to be you, and so you're not likely to... I wasn't making a comment on your parents. You go to be you, that's all I'm saying.
I have to go study.
You don't have to study.
How do you know I don't have to study?
Because you go to be you. Do you want to get some food?
I'm sorry you're not sufficiently impressed with my education.
I'm sorry I don't have a rowboat.
I think we should just be friends.
I don't need friends.
I was just being polite. I have no intention of being friends with you.
You're really leaving.
Listen, you're going to go through life thinking that girls don't like you because you're a tech geek. But I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that that won't be true. It'll be because you're an asshole. And you're never getting into a finals club.